Some homes welcome you. The Greywood Manor watches you. The fog outside thickened, reaching greedy tendrils into the manor's windows, and the once silent forest grew alive with whispers that matched the mirror's own. On the seventh night, Elias stood before the mirror, the final incantation ready upon his lips. The house was taut with anticipation, the very air crackling with power. He could feel the presence of the entity growing stronger, eager for the culmination of the ritual. He paused, a sudden doubt worming its way into his mind. Was this truly his fate? Was he merely a pawn in a game played by his ancestors' greed for power? His eyes fell upon the journal of his grandmother, open to a page marked with a crimson ribbon. The words, written in a trembling hand, spoke of regret and a plea for salvation. With a heavy heart, Elias knew what he had to do. He could not become the monster that the mirror wanted. He had to break the cycle, no matter the cost. Gathering his courage, he stepped forward, ready to confront the creature and offer himself as the final sacrifice to seal the rift between worlds. The mirror's whispers grew to a screech, the room a cacophony of ancient voices clamoring for release. The child's voice of Abigail, the housekeeper's daughter, echoed in his mind. She'd told him of strange dreams, of a man trapped in the glass, begging for help. It was too late for his grandmother, but perhaps he could save others. As he recited the final incantation, the mirror's surface rippled like water. The creature's grip tightened, and for a moment, he thought it would pull him in. But with a final, desperate effort, he shattered the glass with a hammer he'd kept hidden, the shards flying in every direction. The room grew silent, the whispers ceased, and the oppressive fog lifted from his mind. The mirror lay in ruins before him, the creature's howl of rage fading into the ether. Elias fell to his knees, exhausted and trembling. The house groaned, the walls shifting and collapsing around them. The earth itself seemed to reject the unnatural presence it had held for so long. Abigail's screams grew distant, muffled by the thunderous chaos. The shadows grew longer, stretching from the corners of the room like the fingers of the damned. Elias searched the rubble for a sign of the mirror's power, anything to prove he hadn't just doomed himself and the girl he'd come to care for. His hand closed around something smooth and cold, a single shard of the shattered glass. The fragment thrummed with the echoes of the rift's power, pulsating like a dark heartbeat. With a sudden burst of strength, the mirror entity's shadowy form emerged from the wreckage, coalescing into a human-like shape with his grandmother's features. Its eyes, pockets of void, bore into his soul, and the room grew colder than any winter's night. Like and subscribe to FryyDaee for Part 4. Thanks for watching. Comment what stories you want to hear next.